Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And listen, I didn't think I was going to be live again today on here because I got a lot of other stuff I need to do over on the other platforms. But I was over on Facebook and I follow the Sister Wives Facebook page or whatever. And I came across this interesting clip from, I guess, next week's episode or the next episode of Sister Wives. And it was shocking. I don't even understand it all the way, but it was shocking because it's Meri saying that Kody wanted to sell the property out from under her and he wanted her to sign a confidentiality agreement. Before he sold the property, he wanted her to sign a confidentiality agreement. And he says that like Janelle was pushing him, like they had this offer on the property. You know, everybody's trying to get it sold. He needs to get it sold because, you know, they're moving, him and Robyn. They bought this big house. Janelle, you know, they're trying to get Tata Farms started. They're all wanting to sell, right? But for some reason, I guess some of Meri's demands were not met with the sale or something was happening where Meri was not agreeing to sign off on the sale. So Kody admits in the clip that we're about to watch that he was thinking about, you know, going underneath Meri and just selling the property. But before he did it, he was going to get her to sign a confidentiality agreement, which would have meant that had he sold the property out from under Meri, she would have never have been able to talk about it. She would not have ever been able to say, like, Kody screwed me over. I didn't sign off on the sale. Like, he sold it out from under me. So we're going to watch the clip because it's pretty wild. Let's go ahead. Let's check it out.
The whole thing on me. He's putting the whole thing on me that I slowed it down, that I'm the problem. But it had to do with the fact that they were trying to get me to sign a confidentiality agreement that I was not willing to agree to. Why?
Okay, first off, I was like, you guys are exes. You're no longer married. You really don't have anything to do with each other outside of, you know, like being on the same television show that you guys don't even have to interact for that anymore, really. Why would he need Meri to sign a confidentiality agreement? I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how this works, but I tell you what, it stinks. Something doesn't smell right with this, right? If you guys have more, if you guys can add to like why he would want her to sign a confidentiality agreement and it not be shady, let me know. But to me, this screams shady business from Kody. Let's continue listening.
Why do you want me to sign a confidentiality agreement? Why are you trying to silence me?
After we took the offer, Janelle was worried about losing the buyer. And so Janelle's like pushing me to either complete with what Meri's wishes were or force the sale. I'd gotten this place where I was like backdoor deal almost with Janelle. Hey, we'll just sell it out from under these other two. Because Robyn was like, we are not going to mess them over. Like, no, we should mess them over. And this is why I was a terrible polygamist, because I can like just sit down and shut up.
Boy, you are a terrible polygamist for so many other reasons, but here we go with the excuses. First off, a terrible polygamist because you couldn't yell at them to sit down and shut up. Crazy.
I couldn't ever do that. I couldn't ever just do that with these wives and just manage it.
Kody said, well, I could sell it without Meri's consent. I'm like, well, you could. Which you could. He could sell it. Like, I mean, he could have forced the sale on everything. So, yeah.
Okay. So, not going to lie, that seems shady to me for Janelle to be like, yeah, you could. Because, you know, I want to hear Janelle be like, Kody, you don't need to do that. Kody, don't do that. No, you can't because it's not right. But she was like, yeah, you could sell it without her consent. You definitely could. You could force sell it. Now, a lot of people in the comment section was like, but remember, Janelle warned Meri. Janelle warned Meri several times, like, protect yourself. Don't trust Kody. So now for her to be like, well, you could. It wasn't like she didn't warn Meri to be prepared. And Meri, what did Meri do? Meri turned around and went to Kody and was like, Janelle said I shouldn't trust you, that I should be looking out for myself and that you're not going to do right by me. You guys remember that? So a part of me was like kind of looking at Janelle sideways in this, like, what, Janelle? And I still am a little bit, but Janelle knew that Kody could be capable of this, and she warned Meri, and Meri turned around and went back to Kody. All right, let's continue.
And Robyn finally goes, she looks at me like, who are you? You're the man that I met and fell in love with that said if one of his wives left him, he'd buy her a house down the street to keep his kids close to him, and you'd be so generous with her. Where are you?
Maybe so, Janie. Maybe so.
And I was like, this is bull. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not selling this land until everything is perfectly fair and we do this the right way. Sorry. I'll be the big fat rock in the way.
Sure, Jan.
Boy, nothing like the woman you love making you say to yourself, well, it's time for me to become a better man.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think if they were not on a reality TV show, Robyn would have been okay with forcing the sale behind Meri's back too. I feel like Robyn knows people dislike her. Robyn knows people blame her for a lot. So she's going to be on her P's and Q's, and she's going to try to talk Kody out of doing anything he shouldn't do because she don't want it to come back on her. I just don't have a good vibe off Robyn. I don't have a good feeling off Robyn. So I think Robyn, if they were not on a TV show and this was them just living their lives, and nobody knew who they were, she'd be like, just sell the property. I really don't think she'd be the big fat rock that's gonna, make Kody act right and make everything be fair and square.
We don't need to make it dramatic.
You're worried.
Oh, I wonder why. Shoot, what's wrong with me?
If in the confidentiality agreement, if you had signed the initial one and they had sold the property out from under you, would you be able to speak about it?
No.
How insane. If she would have signed the confidentiality agreement and Kody would have sold the property out from under her, she would have never even been able to tell a single soul or not been able to talk about it publicly. Now you got to ask yourself, is that why Kody wanted her to sign it? So he could sell it out from under her and she couldn't have talked about it publicly? Why else would he want her to sign it? To me, it doesn't even make any sense for why he would want her to sign it unless that be the reason. And that's shady business.
It breaks my heart that it has come to this. I didn't think that these people would try to do this to me. Like, was there not any parts of us that were human?
That is insane. Insane. Listen, ChatGPT isn't always right, but I'm not a lawyer, so I was like, ChatGPT, why would Kody Brown want Meri to sign a confidentiality agreement? This is what ChatGPT said. Let's see. If Kody sells a property without her out from under her clearly, he could try to manipulate the proceeds or cut her out completely. Kody wants Meri to sign a confidentiality agreement for a few key reasons. He doesn't want her talking about it publicly, how much she contributed to the property, how much maybe she would have made or didn't make, any disputes or disagreements on what happened with the sale she would not been able to speak about. If the sale would have went through without, and it would have been sold out from under her, she could expose, what he did. So this confidentiality agreement will protect his image and protect her from being able to out him for what he did. Kody's goal, sell the land, control the story, and try to reduce Meri's leverage. Yeah, I would say so. Now, that just really goes to show you, like, how... And he's telling us this on a reality TV show. He's telling us this. He's telling us, like, contemplated selling it out from under Meri. Janelle even said I could. And then Meri, so if he wasn't on TV, like y'all know he would have did it. If he wasn't on reality television where he already gets like so much hate, y'all know he would have did it. And the thing about it is Janelle warned Meri. Janelle warned Meri. Meri, protect yourself. Don't trust him. And what did Meri do? She turned around and she went to Kody and Robyn and said, yeah, Meri told me not to trust you guys. Yeah, he could have done anything that he wanted to do. Right, exactly. To my knowledge. Because really, it doesn't make sense. There would be no other reason for him to want her to sign an NDA or confidentiality agreement. So here's how they did split the land, though. This was the last revision before they sold the land. So Kody, Robyn, Janelle, and Meri. Kody, Robyn, Janelle, and Meri. So they all four of them owned a larger portion of it. And you had Kody and Robyn with this smaller piece, and then Janelle and Meri with that smaller piece. I mean, by looking at it first, it seems like, they made out equally. But really, if you look at it, Kody and Robyn, their name is on 3 parcels. Which, never mind. Janelle Meri's is too, so never mind. I was going to say Kody and Robyn actually made out with a little bit more. But no, they all got equal stake in the property. Kody, Robyn, Janelle, Meri. Kody, Robyn, Janelle, Meri. Kody, Robyn, Janelle, Meri. Okay. I remember like a while back, there was some articles that came out. They had done a revision of the property and it like really screwed Meri and she got like a very small portion of property. And I was like, what? Like, are we serious? But I am glad, whatever the case is, and I personally, and I'll die on this hill, that if Kody and Robyn wasn't on reality television where they get judged for their actions, I think they would have screwed Christine, Meri, and Janelle. They would have screwed any of them over with the property. That's just my 2 cents in it. But when I saw this clip over on, it's on Facebook. I'll show you guys. This is Rob's page. Where I saw it. When I saw it, I was like, what? He literally he was going to screw her over. He was going to screw her over and silence her to where she could never talk about it. Kody might be, what he is, but he ain't completely dumb because he was going to make sure if he did screw her over, he at least made it to where she couldn't rat him out. Here are some of the comments. Sounds like Kody is trying to push Janelle under the bus. Janelle is just stating facts. He is manipulating what she said. Janelle told Meri to get an attorney as she didn't trust Kody. At least Meri now realizes it. Janelle wasn't pushed under the bus. She basically said to sell it without him. That's why Meri doesn't trust Janelle. I got a weird vibe from the way, I'm not going to lie. Like, I did kind of get like a weird vibe from Janelle just saying, oh, he could. Which Janelle is a very just like straight shooter, logical person. She's going to tell you how it is. So maybe she was saying like, yeah, he could do it. And it wasn't necessarily meaning that she wanted him to or that she agreed, but just that they could do it, that he could do it. Yeah. Let's see. You just know that Robyn was the one that catfished Meri. I've heard that theory so many times. I don't know. You can't sell property if someone else's name is on it. At that point, he could have sold 3 of the lots. But there were other names on the property too. Those have to sign as well. It would not be able to go through. And for that matter, their names were in it. They could have been charged if like he thought it was. They just took the back seat. That's their property too legally. He can't just sell a piece of property if someone else owns it. In Arizona, there's something called tenant and common title vesting. In TLC, an owner can sell their respective share of a property without the consent of the other co-owners, as each tenant holds a distinct separate share. That can usually force the sale in whole, as the other tenants do not want ownership with a complete stranger that has rights to control his share of the property. TLC can also be unequal shares. Kody could have hypothetically claimed his share as 90% or whatever percentage, and it would have taken another court proceeding to decide what the share percent of ownership was for each owner to each parcel. Oh, wow. I don't know how the title was held on these respective properties, but in AZ, it was likely TLC as Meri and Janelle were not legally married to Kody. Kody is on all the pieces. Meri has a little part. Meri, you should write a bestseller and expose the secrets. Hey, Shannon. I think a good lawyer would take Meri's case and take half of everything from the divorce. Yeah, who is we? Kody and Robyn or Kody and Janelle? I think Kody was implying it was him and Janelle. Clearly. If Janelle wanted to screw Meri over, then she wouldn't have told Meri that she needed to protect herself. Kody was the one who will always come out on top, and so would Robyn. Kody was implying Janelle wanted to screw her over, but it's not Janelle's character. See, that's what I think too. Like, it's not really in Janelle's character. But the way that she kind of talked about it, like, well, you could. I don't know. It really just seemed like almost like she was like co-signing it. Like, well, if you did, it'd be what it is. Oh, well, you know. But yeah, you guys. So I saw that on the Facebook page and I thought, oh my goodness, like Kody just gets worse and worse. Y'all know if Meri would have signed that confidentiality agreement, he would have sold that property behind her back and she wouldn't have been able to do anything. She would have been, I mean, she could have, but then she would have been at risk of, getting in trouble legally with violating a confidentiality agreement. So thank God Meri's not an idiot, but that's another like, did you think Meri was that dumb? Did you really think Meri was that dumb? So yeah, there you go, you guys. I thought that was interesting. I'm not sure when that episode comes out, but that's definitely on a future episode because I haven't seen that yet outside of it being on the Sister Wives Facebook page. But I thought it was interesting. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you guys shocked to hear that Kody Brown was trying to silence Meri so he could turn around and sell the property out from under her and then leave her to where she could not speak about it at all? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, you guys, don't forget Rose Forever. That's my box. That's my arrangement right there. One of them, the blue roses. Here's my candle. Oh, crap. Hold on. Here's my candle right here. They have really nice candles, beautiful roses. They are doing a Black Friday sale right now where almost everything is like 30 to 35% off. Rose Forever, they have beautiful arrangements, huge candles. I love them. I'm going to be getting a new arrangement in pretty soon. I cannot wait to show it to you guys. But they have their Black Friday sale right now, 30 to 35% off. The biggest deal you're probably going to get. So you guys, please go check out their site. The site is linked in the top of my description. You can also use code ELLEB20 to get another $20 off your order. So if you have ever wanted to order from Rose Forever and get any of their arrangements, now will be the perfect time to do it. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below about Kody wanting Meri to sign that agreement. What do you guys think would be the purpose behind it? Was he trying to screw her over? Also, give this video a thumbs up if you guys don't mind. Come back later and hype the video up because hopefully it'll get YouTube to start putting my content back out there for new subscribers and new people and not, I don't even think it promotes me to my subscribers, to be quite honest, but it definitely isn't promoting me to new people. But you guys leave me your thoughts, hype me up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.